End of the race, you guys agree on it? What's going on?
There's a lot we don't agree on. Fundamentally, we don't agree on the direction of this country. I think the president's not done a good job. I think Senator Franken has been a rubber stamp for this president, and I believe this economy could be doing so much better. I want to get an opportunity to go to Washington and implement my vision for this country.
I think Senator Franken, we just asked him about it. He name dropped about a dozen Republican senators. Does that hold
Probably
any
the same
validity?
ones. I could probably repeat them for you.
Well, does that hold any validity for you?
No, I don't think it does. He's been there for 6 years, and he always talks about the same six. You know, Roger Wicker, Lamar Alexander, Deb Fisher. He's been there for 6 years. The facts are that over his first term, he's had 0 pieces of legislation that he sponsored turn into law. Amy Klobuchar, during her first term, had 7 pieces of legislation turn into law. Those are the facts. More facts. The other 7 senators, Democratic senators that were elected with Senator Franken in 2008, if you look into it, he has sponsored the least amount of legislation of any of them. And there's only one other senator, Kay Hagan, who I think is going to get beat in North Carolina, is the only other one to have 0 pieces of their legislation turn into law. Every other senator that was elected in his class has a better record.
He was pretty adamant tonight that that's not true. What's the discrepancy here?
Well, I think it's based on facts. He's talking about things that he's still working on that have not turned into law. I think a bigger issue is that he hasn't been to 87 counties. He doesn't do it every year. Amy Klobuchar, Senator Klobuchar, sets the standard for work ethic in this state, and I can't tell you the number of times people have complained to me that they have not seen Senator Franken, but they have seen Senator Klobuchar, and I believe that Minnesota deserves 2 hardworking senators.
If she were up this year instead of Franken, would you have run?
That's a hypothetical question, Doug. I don't know.
You didn't use.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, ask me when she runs, and I'll give you an answer.
You didn't use the 97% number tonight. Why is that?
What is that? I don't think I need to use it. It's ingrained in people's head. He has been an absolute rubber stamp for President Obama. And if you believe the president's doing a good job, then re-elect Al Franken. If you believe that Congress is doing a good job, then re-elect Al Franken. If you don't think hyper-partisanship is an issue in this country, then re-elect Al Franken. I believe those are huge issues. I don't think the president's doing a good job. I think the hyper-partisanship in Congress is a problem, a significant problem, and we all lose in America as a result of that. And I'm going to go to Washington and work on getting this economy back onto the path of growth and prosperity.
You know, Amy Klobuchar is a Democrat who votes, 96% of the time.
No, it's not 96% of the time.
95? It's
No,
in the
it's
high
not.
90s.
No,
Yeah, no,
it's-
I mean, it's by that standard. No, but so anyway, so the
No.
point is she's got a D behind her name, so what makes her so different? I mean, she votes for all the same judicial nominees. She votes for all the same pieces of budget and appropriations legislation as Franken does.
Amy Klobuchar voting record, when you look at go to Open Congress, and you look at the number of votes that she's taken with the Democratic Senate caucus and compare it to Al Franken, he's number 1. He's in a universe of 1. He is the most partisan senator in the Democratic Senate. Amy Klobuchar was, because she's been able to reach across party lines, she, in her first term, had 7 pieces of legislation turn into law. She's effective. There's a big contrast there. She works really hard. She goes around this state. She goes to all 87 counties. I think she sets the standard for work ethic. I can't tell you the number of times that I've been told by people they just haven't seen them.
One more question.
National Republican groups haven't put the same type of money into this race that they have into many other races across the nation. Do you think that's a sign that on the national level, those organizations don't believe you can win on Tuesday?
Well, Kyle, I was on with Sean Hannity on Friday, and what I told Sean Hannity is when people in Minnesota wake up on Wednesday, November 5th, and I'm the next senator from this great state of Minnesota, Minnesotans won't be surprised. America might be surprised, but Minnesotans won't be surprised. Thank you. I appreciate it.
One last question on net neutrality. I asked you on Friday about it. Have you changed positions on that? Net neutrality? This is the first time I've heard you kind of say you support net neutrality, whereas on Friday you essentially dismissed it.
What I told you on Friday was that it's an issue that I have never been asked about on the trail, not one time in 18 months. Net neutrality, we need to have certainty on the net. Business needs certainty. I support net neutrality. But when I'm going around this state, Abby, and people are asking me questions, they want to know about the economy, they want to know how to have better jobs, they talk about security and safety. Those are the issues that I've been dealing with. So hopefully that's an answer to your
Does
question.
that mean you
Thank-
oppose the FCC regulation?
Thank you.
Guys, we gotta go. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.